you ever quit? Will you ever fold? Will you ever give up? Oh no, no. Will you ever fold? Will you ever give up? Oh no, 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 no. We ain't gonna never give up. We ain't gonna never fold. We ain't gonna never give up. Will you ever fold? Will you ever give up? Oh no. No, we ain't gonna never quit. We ain't gonna never fold. We ain't gonna never give up. We in the huddle. Each one teach one. Each one reach one. If you are that one, you are enough to fight the good fight. When everything wrong, you one of the ones that get shit right. Will you ever quit? No. Will you ever fall? No. Will you ever give up? Oh no, 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 no. God Almighty. Welcome to the hub. Another hero training session. Words to grow on. We all we got. We all we need. Each one teach one. Each one reach one. If you are that one, then you got to know that you are enough. Blow, we in the huddle, baby. You already know what time it is. First down, touchdown. I want to start off by giving a shout out to my executive producer, who just happens to also be my wardrobe coordinator. I say, baby, what I'm wearing today. She said, we're going with that black and white classic. I say, why that black and white classic? She said, because I feel a classic night approaching. So this one's for you, baby. Classic black and white. When I wear a white hat, that represents purity. That means I'm coming with a pure truth. Want to give a shout out to the greatest co-host in the world, my homegirl. She anxious tonight. We've been talking all day, getting ready for tonight. Alexa, tell me something good.
We all we got. We all we need.
Alexa, I appreciate you.
Well, now I feel corny, because you got me smiling from ear to ear.
Oh, when she's smiling. They say when that woman who hold you down on the polarity ground, they say when she get to smiling and she feel good, they say she do everything she need to. That's how it works. So we getting ready to work it. Alexa, I love you.
Thanks for saying I love you.
She talking back to me.
You're just as sweet as pie. Know that I'll be here for you.
Who?
As always.
Who? Boom! Good God Almighty. We like to start off every week with a hero hymn. The hero hymn is the mighty hymn within me, the mighty spirit, the mighty hero spirit. See, we know that spirit means wind, air, breathe. We know that there's two parts to breathing. Inhale, exhale. When you inhale the mighty wind and it travels through your respiratory system and comes out as an exhale, and as that mighty wind travels through your vocal cords, it causes a vibration that we know is sound. And when you can feel that sound, just as much as you can hear that sound, that is when we connect in the hero spirit. Tonight's hero hymn is dedicated to my big cousin, Karen Maxwell. She passed away a week ago. It's a very powerful hero hymn in her honor Because on this here Facebook, where I'm going live, when there was only one post and one like, it was Karen Maxwell. So when I say, if you are that one, you are enough. She was that one. She was that one that hit like. And I cherish that and I honor that. So tonight's hero hymn says, you saw the best in me when everyone else around me could only see the worst in me. Oh, I gotta sing that one more time. You saw the best in me when everyone else around me could only see the worst in me. If you feel that, close your eyes and see who that is. Whoever that is that you know in your mind that you see the best in me when everyone else around me could only see the worst in me. Go be around that person. Go be around them people. I promise you there's a high chance that if you feel that, when you're around them, they feel that when they're around you. And that is when we truly form the we. That is how you define your we. And when we are around each other and we see the best in each other, when everybody else around us see the worst in us, but we see the best in each other, we truly understand we all we got. We all we need. My big cousin would be the only one that hit a like. And every time I saw that like, I say, each one teach one. Each one reach one. If you are that one, you are enough. I say that from my soul. So to see the one of the only ones that were like something that came from my soul in a message, I say that with honor. She saw the best in me when everyone else around me could only see the worst in me. Tonight's word is enough. How much is enough? Do you have enough? Are you enough? Every week I come on, I say, each one teach one, each one reach one. If you are that one, then you are enough. You are enough to get everything right. You're one of the ones. How much is enough? Are you enough? Alexa, what is the meaning of enough?
The word enough has several meanings, including being adequate for a need or desire, being sufficient in quantity or degree, expressing impatience or exasperation, and indicating that no more is required.
This Christmas, man, was a truly understanding, learning type of Christmas for me. This word enough was screaming bold in my soul. Trav, how much is enough? I'm yearning, I'm reaching for something. I had to ask myself, what does it look like? How much is enough to reach what you're yearning for, Trav? Around December the 12th, I remember it. My brother Bam say, Trav, what Christmas looking like? It was a powerful question when he asked me. Because I had been frustratingly trying to avoid that question within my own self. So I say, I tell you what, man, mortgage week coming up. I talked about this last week, but now I'm talking about the aftermath. I say, mortgage week coming up. After the smoke settle and the dust clear, everything I got to do in December, I know what Christmas looked like then. He say, Trapeze, you better get on it then, man. That thing coming up. I say, I feel you, brother. So from that moment, I had to ask myself, what does it look like? I had a conversation with my wife after that. I said, baby, well, after the smoke settles and the dust clear, this is what Christmas looked like. See, this is what we got. First thought was, is it enough? We got to thinking about some of the things that our babies deserve that we want to give to them. Do we have enough? So I had to constantly chew on, do we have enough? How much is enough? I told her, I said, well, baby, you got to look at one thing. This is our first teenage Christmas. So there ain't children like that no more, baby. I said, one thing you got to understand is when you know what matters to who matters, loving them become easy. So we had to be parents and do some real conversations with ourselves and our children to understand what matters to who matters, to truly understand how much is enough. So I got to talking to my children. We in the car, we having family conversation. I said, let me ask y'all a question. I say, have y'all ever been disappointed in a Christmas this far in your life that you didn't get what you wanted or anything? They say, no. All our Christmas has been good. Both of them said it. I say, yeah. I said, well, tell me about your favorite Christmas in your whole life. Which one is the best Christmas you done had? And they both got excited. King said, when I got my PS4, that was one of my best Christmases ever. I couldn't believe it. My daughter said, when I got my first iPhone, that was one of my best Christmas ever. I couldn't believe it. So we got to talking, and I got to understanding what matters to who matters. And my wife, from a nurturing standpoint, she just really wanted to give her babies what she felt they deserved. She said, Trav, they've been doing good all year. It's time. I want to give them that joy. I say, baby, I understand that. Me too, but this is what we got. So we got to make it work. We got to make it be enough. So we did what we did with all the most powerful intentions to see joy on our children's face. And we go into this thing as parents with the intentions of joy. Struggling sometimes, sometimes not. But striving to have enough, to get enough, to do enough. But how much is enough? We do all of this for a moment. on Christmas morning. Alexa, 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 how long is a moment?
1 moment is 1 minute and 30 seconds.
1 moment is 1 minute and 30 seconds. So for the last couple of weeks, man, I've been dedicating, planning, strategizing, sacrificing, hustling, all for this one moment on Christmas morning. Having conversations of discipline, conversations of understanding what matters and who matters, to arrest me and my wife consciousness on understanding that, baby, we have enough. So Christmas morning come and they open their gifts and they're excited and they're happy. And at that moment, 1 minute and 30 seconds, everything we hero train for, everything we dedicate and commit ourselves to, in that moment, that's that feeling that make life worth living. And I realized at that moment wasn't so much about how much and enough or not enough. That moment was so thankful and so fulfilling just to see your children grateful in the moment. So I go back to how much is enough. I say each one teach one, each one reach one. If you are that one, then you are enough. See, we put the enough on what we value. If we value materialistic things and money, then we'll never have enough. And if that becomes to matter to those that who matter, you'll never give them enough. But when you know you are enough, this is what heroism is about. When you know that you are enough, the value is within you. Self-confidence. Your children feel your dedication, love, and commitment, and whatever you give them is enough, and they appreciate it. But if you don't know that about yourselves, there's men that's trying to give their wife and children the world, and they can never give them enough because everything that he gives them is more about the value outside of him than what's in him. So he'll never have enough. He'll never have enough to give if he don't have the confidence within himself to know that is the value. So as we leave in our home Christmas morning, going to my parents' house to give them their moment, I see a man who looked like he could have been homeless. As I'm passing him, I nod him, and he gives me a nod to say, hey, good morning, Merry Christmas. And I got the most humbling feeling of compassion, because here I am, been wrestling about how much is enough. When I see a man who's in the spirit enough to greet me with a smile on his face, who look homeless, who has received nothing monetary or materialistic, but he has enough to still value the morning. Or I had a humbling, compassionate feeling about, oh, Trav, how dare you wrestle with enough. So understand that, brothers and sisters. If you are that one, you are enough. And anybody that loves you and see the best in you when everybody else see the worth in you, whatever you sincerely give them, I promise you it will be enough. And if your children don't know that that's enough, then you got to stand in that mirror and you got to check yourself. Been a very powerful week this week. One of the topics, I'm going to throw this segment in here, current events, trending topics. It's been irking my nerve. The conversation about the gymnastics woman who married to the football man. And there's been this array of arguments on social media about she's devaluing herself because he said that he was the catch. And she's a world-renowned gymnast that has more gold medals than anybody. So how dare he say that he's the catch? But most of the people who see some type of friction in this ain't never been caught. And it led me to conversations to where, man, this is a reflection of our foundations. We on social media in la la land where everybody's mind is who done got twisted from what's real life and what's reality. We got a whole lot of people arguing in the metal world about man versus woman, about the polarity of what creates the power to cultivate a child. And in these arguments, nowhere is there a mention of a child. In these arguments, there are nowhere of mention of anything that's true reflecting of real life. You just got people who's not in a stable relationship or balance of a foundation to understand what it takes. They're professing this. So I'm talking to two women in real life. One's in her 60s, the other's in her 30s, pertaining this conversation. So they got a social media mentality. But they got a painful in real life reality. So the older woman tells the younger woman, I don't need a man and you don't either. We don't need a man for nothing. And they looking at me to say, well, Trav, what you think we need a man for? So I already know they're arguing with a social media mentality. But this is why we suffer in reality. I asked the young woman, I say, excuse me. I said, do you still go on your cycle? Do you still have a period? She said, yeah, I think you're getting kind of personal, but yeah. I said, you look like you're healthy for your age, so I would assume so anyway. I don't think this too much is being personal. And we're having a real conversation, so if you defended by a real conversation, then I don't know what to tell you. But I asked her, I said, well, let me ask you a question in the lieu of you don't need a man. I said, when your pussy get to ovulating, what do it tell your mind? She said, you crazy. There you go. And I'm going to say this again, because I want you to understand and hear me clear. We on social media, but I'm talking about real life. I ain't talking make-believe. I said, when your pussy ovulating, what does it say to your mind? She refused to answer. But I say, I know, see, nature is the supreme voice in us all. And the nature of that there thing has a purpose to reproduce. And within the cycle, there's a cycle point in that cycle called ovulation. When that cycle triggers the mind to say, now is the time to reproduce. And the only thing that nature knows to reproduce is a man to come put that seed in there. So I know what it tells your mind when it's ovulating. Now I looked at the old lady and I say, are you in your cycle? She say, no. I say, you don't need a man. So I say this and I tell this story. I'm talking real life. I ain't talking make-believe. When you hear the truth, you got to know the truth, but you got to know it from your position. And there's many levels of need. There's many levels of value. Going back to enough. Whatever you value yourself and things within yourself or out of yourself determines your understanding of what enough is. So if your enough is, I don't need a man, if you only thinking of monetary value, then maybe you don't need anybody. Maybe you don't need help. But the soul can keep no secret that behavior won't reveal. They say, why is she behaving like that? I say, because she need a man. See how that works? And enough is enough of the social media games when we suffer in real life. Yeah, I'm just talking current events. You already know, Junior, my brother-in-law, we talking about enough. How much is enough? What is enough? Are you enough? If you enough, then you all you got. And you all you need. And if I see the best in you and I know you enough, then we all we got and we all we need. But if I don't see enough in myself and I don't see enough in you, then I think that I got to go out and get everything. I got to keep on getting money. They say, how much money you got? They say, he got $1 million, but it ain't enough. He still want more. Down off in the hood, they say he got a lot of money, but he can't keep his hoe. He lost his hoe to a broke dude. He had enough. See how that worked? He had enough. Down there off in the hood. Yeah, Junior, that's what we're talking about. But I love it, man. I love it, man. Want to give a shout out, man, to my brother E. Hey, bro, I just get on here and do me, bro. Hey, it's going to land where it lay. It's going to lay where it land. I don't come on here with no plan. I just let it go. I let it flow. And in the end, it's going to always be enough. Want to give a shout out to Blow, man. Hell of a green room. Last green room of the year. This show 99. The first show in 2024 going to be my 100th episode. Want to give a shout out to my big brother Wood. Want to spend some time over there, third phase, man. All your body oils, fragrance, incense, shea butters, all of that, man. Go over there and check them out. Graham Street, the yellow building, right there by Tando. That's my brother. And he enough. But going back to the gymnastic girl, I had to get my train of thought back. I got to chewing on it, and I say, well, why these women keep trying to say that she devaluing herself by allowing this man to say that he the catch? I say, well, he made it to the NFL. He's a millionaire. So why these people want to be mad at him for saying he's the catch? She can cut flips. That's her job. That ain't got nothing to do with her soul and what her soul needs in balance and what that man give her. Alexa, what's the meaning of self-confidence?
Self-confidence is having faith in your own skills, judgment, and opinions. It is essential for success since it enables you to take on challenges, learn from setbacks, and make wise decisions. Self-assurance is the cornerstone of personal development and success.
So if I got self-confidence, meaning I'm enough, everything I touch, I add value. Everything I touch, every doorway I enter, every aspect of what I give add value. There's a power invested in me, like there's a power invested in you. Anywhere I put my entity, it is a plus sign. You don't feel that way about yourself? Seriously, do you feel that way about yourself? If you don't feel that way about yourself, then how dare someone says? See how that works? If you don't feel right now in your marriage, in your relationship, that life can happen and people move on. But if you don't feel there'll never be another you that could come in and be you better than you, if you don't feel that, then you ain't gonna never understand when a man say, I'm the catch. I add value to that woman. When she get through flipping and running and come off the gym floor and her body sore and her feet hurt and her mind weary and she unplugged from all the pain and motivation that's driving her to be the best, and she sit down in her pure soul as a woman, you can't tell that man he don't know what to do with that. And a lot of women can't understand that because ain't no man ever done nothing with that to them. And it's a lot of men who ain't never done that for a woman. So just as much on both sides as you got ignorant arguments of losers who ain't never been a victor of this true companionship between a man and a woman. How dare you criticize someone who's winning when you ain't never won? And that's a social media mentality that's being crushed by a real life reality. How dare you? How dare you keep winning, Enzo Smith? You're an inspiration to me, brother. I find myself telling myself that keep winning, family. I find inspiration in social media to translate it into real life. Keep winning, family. How much is enough? I don't know, but I'm going to keep on giving my best and giving my all as long as I know that it's enough in me and I'm enough. I'm enough. If they got me and I got them, we enough. And we going to keep on winning. So when I go to current events and I look at everybody, I'm talking about the whole world is in a conversation of uproar for downing this woman, for downing this man, for truly just saying that, hey, money don't mean a damn thing. You know the percentage of young black men that make the NFL? He's at the highest percentile that most of us never even know in real life. How many of y'all truly know somebody that made it to the NFL? Most of us don't even know somebody. So how dare devalue either one of them? True devoted athletes that obviously found something in each other's soul that has nothing to do with work. And we criticize her for telling her truth. For saying they understood of what matters to who matters within each other. You see what I'm saying? He say, I know Antonio Gates, and you one of the ones. So I already know you know other ones. You see how that work? You see how that work, though? You know one because you one of the ones. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. But yeah, man. We're going to get out of here on that note, man. I want to leave on this here message. And it's one of the most powerful messages I can give about enough. And it's going back to that hero hymn. I say, man, when someone see the best in you, when everybody else see the worst in you, and you know that and feel that in your soul, stay around them people. Be around them people. Because they're highly likely that if you feel they see the best in you, when everyone sees the worst in you, they feel the same way about you. And the more and more y'all can put effort to stay around and be around each other, you begin to define your we. And when you define your we, and you hear we all we got, we all we need. Each one teach one. Each one reach one. If you are that one, then you are enough. Bottom line. And everything gonna always be all right. You saw the best in me when everyone else around me could only see the worst in me. Oh, I gotta sing that one more time. You saw the best in me when everyone else around me could only see the worst in me. Whether you're watching me right now or on the replay, understand me when I say the most powerful thing someone can pay is their attention. So I honor you for paying me some attention. You are enough. Always will be. I love you.